Okay, hi. This is going to be an interview for adulthood aging class. This is Father Boucher, and he's going to be the one I'm going to interview today. Okay?
I'm happy to be able to accommodate you, Tricia. You're a friend of mine, and it's a great pleasure to be able to do this for you.
Well, thank you. Okay, let's start with some basics. Where and when were you born?
I was born in 1922 in a little town near Farnham, Quebec, and the town was Saint Sabine.
Uh,
And my folks immigrated to the United States when I was only 2 months old. They
wow.
bought a farm in Highgate, Vermont,
Mhm.
and carried me across the border in a little basket. I was sickly
Mhm.
and had rheumatism and earaches, and my mother was kind of upset with me. She didn't know what to do with me, and she told Mrs. Trombley, a neighbor who would come and help to care for me, uh, that she didn't know how she was going to do. She was thinking of throwing me in the river.
Oh no.
And Mrs. Trombley said, "Don't do that. You
Uh,
never know, he might be a great man someday."
Look at you now. Wow. Okay, so where did your ancestors come from? Canada?
And we came, my family, my grandfather, grandmother on both sides were from Canada, from that area, the Farnham area, and many of my uncles and my aunts immigrated to Vermont in the St. Albans and Swanton area, and also in the Newport and North Troy area.
Okay. So how big was your immediate family?
I'm the third oldest of 11 children,
Wow.
8 boys and 3 girls.
Mhm.
And I was able to learn how to take care of little ones as my little brothers and sisters were born, came into this world.
That'd be 5 behind you, right?
It would be actually more than that. It would be 8 and behind.
Oh, 8. Oh, I'm thinking at 8. Okay. Yeah.
11.
Okay.
11, yeah.
All right. Wow. Do you still participate in family traditions?
Yes, we just had a big family reunion in July this year, and my brothers and sisters, I have the family still living except one brother who passed away. He had cancer, lung cancer, some years ago, and the family gathering brought together 98 people,
Wow.
all relatives,
Wow.
brothers and sisters and their children and grandchildren. It was quite a day. Family tradition also, we have Christmas and Easter get-togethers, and
Mhm.
we celebrate not so much now, but some birthdays, anniversaries.
Yeah.
I'm going to be celebrating. Last year I had my 75th birthday,
Wow.
and we had some of the family came. It was a lovely gathering, and we'll probably be. I'm going to have a 50th anniversary of ordination this spring, so we'll be celebrating. I'll be inviting you too.
Thank you. I'd be honored to go.
We'll be glad to have you.
So most of your relatives live around here, or are they scattered?
Actually, my brothers and sisters, I have one living in Philadelphia, one in Washington, D.C., one in Poughkeepsie, New York, and the others are living in this area.
Yeah.
2 in Montreal, and the others in the St. Albans and Burlington
So
area.
pretty much the East Coast, right?
Yes, right, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any current leisure activities that you enjoy doing or hobbies?
I love to play golf
Yeah.
and bowl, and I also love to work with the sick, the suffering, the elderly, the poor.
Mhm.
Primarily, of course, I still do some gardening. I have a little
Yes,
garden.
I saw that.
And I also, if there's need at the shrine, I will cut grass and do some landscaping work if I can be of some service.
Yeah, that's great. What are some of the simple things you enjoy doing in life, like relaxing and are comforting to you?
I'm a great believer in ball games, baseball games. I love to watch baseball, watch hockey. I watch some football, not as much, and I like to go for a walk. Of course, I love nature. I'm a great lover of nature. Watch the birds, the squirrels, the chipmunks. It's a great joy for me to see nature in the spring, and then of course in the fall, the change of the leaves. It's very, very inspiring.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what are some of your favorite baseball teams and NHL?
My favorite baseball team are the Expos, the Montreal Expos, and the favorite hockey team is the Ottawa Senators. I like them. They're a young team, and they're very interesting. I like to see how much progress they're making.
Yeah. You still like Little Philadelphia though, right?
Philadelphia with John LeClaire,
Yes.
of course.
Okay.
He's a very interesting person. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah. We went to the baptism.
Yes, that's right. Of his little child.
Yes. Okay. Have you ever traveled and where?
Well, I've done quite a bit of traveling. Actually, I've been to Rome 2 or 3 times. I have been all through Europe. When I was ordained a priest 25 years, one of my brothers donated some funds, and I traveled to Europe and saw most of the European countries. I have been to Morocco also. I've traveled through Canada, and I have traveled through many of the states in the United States. I've been to California a few
Oh,
times.
really?
I've been to Hawaii also.
Was it nice there?
I enjoyed Hawaii.
Yeah.
It was very nice. It's beautiful, warm southern breeze.
Someplace I should go?
And you should come sometime.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have any unique childhood memories?
Well, yes, I do. Of the beautiful Sunday afternoons when we used to go fishing and play ball or horseback riding. And those were happy, carefree days. I remember those very well, and I also remember Sunday dinner. I remember attending church with my parents. I remember my first midnight mass. I was 9 years old. I went with my dad and one of my brothers, and I never forgot it. Every time I sing a midnight mass, I'm reminded of that verse.
So what was it like? What was the
Well,
church? What was
The church was fairly small. It was a bilingual church, and so we had French and English hymns, French and English talk, and I remember those French hymns so beautiful. I enjoy them. I particularly like the O Holy Night.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's
my
very
favorite.
nice, and the translation of it is beautiful. And Silent Night and Angels We Have Heard on High, they were sung both in English and French.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Yeah, wow. Okay, if you had to pick 3 adjectives to describe yourself, what would they be?
Well, patient would be one of them. I try to practice patience with people and with myself. Probably caring for the underdog, for those who are in need, especially the poor, the sick, the suffering. And the other one would be, I would say, kind of a social-minded, friendly type. I'm not afraid to smile and to make friends with people.
Okay, if you had to pick just 2 people that impacted your life the most during childhood and through the years, who would they be?
I'd say my father and my mother, and also some of my teachers, particularly a teacher in high school who chose me to be the manager of the baseball and the hockey team. And
What was their name?
Father Couture was one of them, and the other one was Father Jean-Marie. They were very influential in my life. Wonderful, wonderful priests. And,
Do you remember any of their words of wisdom to you?
Stay cool. Don't sweat the small stuff. Be kind. Keep smiling.
Okay. What are some of your present career goals?
Well, I'd like to complete the work that we've started at the shrine. St. Anne's Shrine I've been there 37 years, and we still have considerable work to do there, landscaping, and also I'd like to set up a lighting system for the grounds, and we have to finish the basement of the new all-purpose building. We'd like to use that more frequently, especially during bad weather. So those are my goals. And of course, in the parish, I'd like to see if we can regain or rekindle the fire of divine love in some of our people who are not going to church. We have 1/3 of our parishioners who go now and then, 1/3 who go regularly, and 1/3 who never go, which is too high a percentage.
Yeah.
I'd like to see everybody share God's presence.
Pretty much pulling everybody together.
That's right, yeah. I think it's too bad that people have strayed from the Lord and don't have that contact and don't have His presence in their lives.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why did you decide to become a priest?
Well, it's a very interesting. Actually, when I was in grammar school and even in high school especially, I used to go out on Saturday nights and come back Sunday morning, and we're milking the cows. We lived on the farm, and the thought came to me there must be an easier way to make a living. That was one of the motivating things. But the biggest thing was there was a voice in me saying, how can you get to heaven, and how can you help others to get to heaven? Mm-hmm. And I decided that the priesthood would be the best way to work my way to heaven and help as many as I can.
I think it was a great decision for you.
Yes, it was a big decision, but what I did is I thought about it, I talked about it, and I prayed, and then I got the answer.
Good. Okay, could you give me a briefing on your typical week, your
Well, I think this morning was a good example of this weekend. Yesterday morning I made a couple of sick calls.
That was Saturday.
And Saturday, and then I had baptism yesterday afternoon, and I had two services, two masses, one at 5 and one at 7:30. And today we had a mass at 9 o'clock at St. Joseph's, at 10:30 at St. Ambrose. We had, both were lovely. They were really harvest Thanksgiving masses, and at the last, at the 10:30 mass, we had a class mass, children, the lower grades. They came and shared with us, with their parents. The church was full. It was very nice. Now this afternoon, after I visit with you, I'm going to visit a family, and then this evening we have a Thanksgiving celebration. So it's a full day.
Yeah, keep busy, don't you?
Yes. In the summer, it's busier than that at the shrine. We have more services. We have 4 masses, and we have rosary benediction and baptisms. So we really have we really have 7 services on the weekend.
Wow.
At the shrine. It's a busy weekend.
Yeah. And what do you do during the week?
Well, I have a service every morning, a mass, and then I do office work till about 12:30.
You open the mail.
Then I have lunch. Yes, open the parish mail.
You reply.
And then oftentimes I go over to the shrine and work in the office there. I still read all the mail and sign all the letters.
Yes. My grandmother gets one from you, and she likes that personal touch.
A little PS at the bottom.
Yes, she does.
I tell her, take care of Tricia. And she answers and she tells me that she does take care of you.
She does.
Yeah.
She never tells me that. Okay. And so you visit the sick at nursing homes.
Yes. Hospitals.
Hospitals.
I do that at least once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I try to do the hospital at least once a week. And the nursing homes I do once a month.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay. Can you tell me about one major historical event throughout the history, and tell me how it impacted you personally and others around you, like the Depression or Vietnam War?
I remember the Depression, of course. I'll give you more than one.
Okay.
And how we lived so poorly, and but we were grateful for all that we had. I lived through the Depression. Of course, I lived through the Second World War. I was in college,
Oh, really?
and some of my classmates left for the war and never came back. I was already signed up for the seminary, so the authorities thought it would be better for me to finish the seminary, and then when the veterans came back, I would be in a position to help them. It's exactly what happened. I had a lot of World War II veterans. I was a teacher in college at St. Michael's College. I think in recent years, some of the I've been affected by some of the terrible earthquakes and floods that we've had,
Right.
especially in the western United States, because I feel that it's the hand of the Lord telling us something, that we've got to awaken to the fact that He's there and He wants us to turn to Him.
Okay, good job. All right. If you could give advice to people older and younger than you, what would it be?
I would say to lead a balanced life of work, play, love, and prayer. I think each human being needs to have work. Work is very important. Play is very important. Recreate. Love. People have to have love in their lives. You can't exist without love. And of course, prayer. Remaining in contact with Almighty God is very important.
Okay. Let's see. Have you received any special awards, medals, or recognition?
Chamber of Commerce awards. Awards from the diocese for work done from the church, and who's who among businessmen. I received one of those a couple of years ago, and because of my work at the shrine.
Right.
And but the Lord sees and He knows and He understands, and awards are important, but self-satisfaction is even more important.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So, okay, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song, God Bless America.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of our great country and the need to recognize that it was made, that our country is great because God has blessed it with all the wonderful people and all the natural resources and the great blessings that we have in this country.
Okay. Can you catch me up from the time frame from your college days to where we are now? That time span?
Yes. My college days, I graduated in 1944, and then I spent 4 years in the seminary.
Where?
In Randolph, Vermont.
Uh-huh.
And then I was assigned to St. Michael's College as a teacher, but my workload in the summer wasn't so heavy so that I could work on a master's degree in psychology. And then after 8 years, I became a promotion agent for the college and a vocation director for the order to which I belong, Society of St. Edmund. I did that for 9 years, and then I was transferred to, during that time too, I was assigned to St. Anne's Shrine in 1956. I became director of St. Anne's Shrine. And except for 4 summers, I've been there ever since. And then I was assigned to Canada in 1965 and worked as chaplain in 2 high schools, McDonald Cartier High School in St. Hubert and Darcy McGee High School in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, in 1976, I was assigned as pastor of St. Amadeus and St. Joseph's Mission in Alama, and then with director of the shrine. And I've been here ever since doing that work.
Well, we love having you here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Okay. So anything else that you would like to touch on?
I just want to say that we are what we are because of God's gifts to us, and because also of the energy that He has given us. Ambition, intelligence, good health, faith. Faith is very important. And we are successful to the degree in which He blesses us, and with our friends too. Friends are very important. Co-workers. Also, I've been blessed with wonderful secretaries and wonderful pastoral council in the parish and wonderful workers, people who are very generous, particularly helping with the poor and the needy, the sick and the suffering.
Right.
And when you do that, then of course the Lord blesses you even more abundantly. And so all I can say is thank God for all His blessings, and all my friends and my relatives. I have a wonderful family. They're very supportive too.
Well, that's important.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, or you pretty much summed it up?
If you're happy,
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Ask him what time his day starts and what time it finishes.
Okay. What time is your typical
normal day.
day begin?
A normal day, it varies. Usually I have breakfast around 7:30, shave and shower, and then I have a mass at 9, and then, as I explained to you before, my schedule takes me through evening, and in the evening, whenever there's a need, I'm happy to answer the call, meetings or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
visiting the sick, especially funeral homes and hospitals, nursing homes. Whenever there's a need, I'm happy. I say Mass once a month at the Correctional Center in St. Albans.
What's that like?
Very interesting and very touching and very moving. And these people are kind of a puzzle to me. I can't quite figure out what makes them tick, because they can't figure out what makes them, why they tick the way they do, you see.
Mm-hmm.
But we try to reach them as best we can.
Sounds great.
So his day ends at about 11:30, 12 o'clock probably.
Well, but I take a little nap in between. It's not always that way. It's, of course, like this fall, I had some special masses at a summer resort, and their midnight masses are Christmas in October,
Mm-hmm.
and that would take me home about 12 o'clock at night.
Wow.
I had 15 of those. It was very interesting. I did it in Thanksgiving for all the blessings that I received this summer at the shrine, and this fall in St. Joseph's Mission and St. Amadeus Parish.
I think you better tell him in there that Father has taken care of all of our baptisms in this family.
Yes.
Oh, it's been a great pleasure for me to do your brother's
And
wedding,
the marriages.
and to attend your sister's wedding, and to baptize the little babies that have come. We have 4 now, 2 little boys and 2 little girls,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a great pleasure for me. It's nice people like your family that make my work easy, and where people, I always say a grateful person is a good person, and a good person is a grateful person. And your family is a good family and a grateful family. And I'm grateful that we are able to work together.
Me too.
Your good mother helped me a lot with the poor, and with the, before she had her present job with, what is it again, video?
Showtime video.
Showtime. And hopefully someday, maybe when you're out of college, she can come back and help, because it's very important work, very important. And
It is.
this has been a great privilege. Working with the poor and the suffering and the needy is important. In fact, this afternoon we're going to visit a lady who's not of the Catholic faith. She comes to church, so we want to make sure that we keep in touch with her.
Okay. Thank you, Father.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Okay, thanks.